Is XDefiant any good? In short, yes. And this is in the perspective of someone that is fairly casual and does have a day job, so I can't sweat 24/7. So if you somehow haven't heard of XDefiant, it's a free-to-play shooter published by Ubisoft. There are different factions, which are kind of like heroes or like abilities, and they're based off of other Ubisoft games. Now, the way this game feels and plays is actually really good. As you'll see in this gameplay, I am a sniper, which I will admit the snipers do kind of need a nerf, as you'll also notice. Pretty much everybody else in this game is also sniping, and it's for a good reason. The snipers are just good. Whether you're using the M44 or the TAC-50, you're going to have a good game. M44 is a little bit quicker, a little bit weaker. I kind of think of it as the MK2 from Modern Warfare 2019. And then the TAC-50 just kind of feels like a general sniper, kind of from any game. It hits pretty hard. It's fairly easy to use if you have a sense of sniping. Now, obviously, from the gameplay, you can see I do prefer the TAC-50, and I have bronze on it, which I've just kind of slowly been working at the levels. I think I'm at like level 62 now or something like that. Now, everyone's been calling the game Call of Duty killer. Not really. I mean, you'll see some people saying it is, some people saying it'll never kill Call of Duty. Truthfully, the only thing that'll kill COD is COD, and it's been doing a pretty good job of killing itself over the past couple of years. I did start playing COD back, COD 2, COD 3, like just campaign. My first multiplayer experience with Call of Duty was actually Black Ops 2, and then from there I got into Black Ops 1, COD 4, Modern Warfare 3, COD Ghost, all of the essentially OG games at this point. It's kind of crazy to call like Ghost an OG game because it wasn't really received as an OG game back then, but these days I would definitely pick Ghost over like Vanguard or something. But anyway, too much about Call of Duty. Back to XDefiant. The game feels smooth. Some things need to be ironed out, like the netcode. I've seen a lot of people saying the netcode hasn't affected them. I've seen clips on Reddit. Guys dying across the map, which is crazy. It's like they've run, 100 feet away from this guy, but they're still getting shot. Those are rare instances, it seems. But me personally, I've definitely noticed a lot of getting shot around corners, shots just not hitting, hit markers that aren't actually registering as hits, which is a bit of a weird thing because it kind of feels like you're getting killed in 3 or 4 shots where you're putting 10 shots into the enemy, but you're not getting the kill. And then sometimes you're killing in 3 to 4 shots and they're putting 10 shots into you and not getting the kill. And I've also noticed that that's kind of player to player dependent, not so much server dependent, where I've been in games where there's like 2 guys on the other team that I can just melt them instantly every time, where the other 4 guys are melting me. I'm getting the hit markers, just there's no damage to go along with the shot. And then the other big thing with the game is the bunny hopping. I don't think bunny hopping itself is inherently bad for a game. I've played a lot of Counter-Strike, but the thing that really makes XDefiant different, and what I think most players don't like about the game, is you have full directional control while you're in the air with full movement speed while doing it. They can jump around a corner, start to engage a fight, start losing while they're still midair and just go back behind the corner. And then you kind of feel like you're getting gypped out on a kill, where if someone really wants to commit to jumping around a corner, I think they should have to commit to jumping around that corner and not have an easy bailout just because they're missing their shots. I am aware that everything I'm saying in this video is being addressed. I'm just saying that once these things are changed, this game will feel really, really good. Even in its current state, I think the game feels good. It just needs ironed out to feel really good. And as far as the modes, I know that there's some new modes coming, like Search and Destroy got confirmed and Team Deathmatch got confirmed, which I think is good for the game. They've said Team Deathmatch is campy. They don't really want it in the game, But I think the reason people perceive Team Deathmatch as campy is because of COD. The past couple of games have been designed for you to camp. So when you go into Team Deathmatch with no objective to push and camp on, you're just going to find a corner around the map to sit on rather than finding the objective to sit on. Like back on Black Ops 2, the game that got me into multiplayer shooters, I played a lot of Team Deathmatch, and I thought Team Deathmatch was fun because it was like free-for-all where everybody's running around, but it was still team-based, so you could kind of back up if you needed. And it made for instances where you could hit some collats and stuff where, like in free-for-all where everybody's running around, they're all trying to kill each other, so it's not as likely to get those collat lineups. And then Search and Destroy. This game, as good as it feels, a one-life mode would be really good. I also believe they're working on a 2v2 mode, which is also really cool. I played a ton of the gunfight tournaments on Black Ops Cold War, which was just so much fun. That was like what kept me on the game because that game was so sweaty. The YouTuber Blame Truth, he called it Call of Duty Cold Sweat. I couldn't agree more. As much as I liked playing that game, it was just sweaty game after sweaty game after sweaty game. But if you're going to sweat, you might as well play the gunfight, where if you win each round, you're getting some kind of incentive for winning the round, whether it's the XP boost or like a calling card or something. Just something to show that you are winning your matches and not just going in and winning and getting nothing out of it other than harder opponents. And to everybody saying XDefiant needs skill-based matchmaking, you are exactly who skill-based matchmaking is made for. If you really need skill-based matchmaking that bad, wait for ranked to come out. Go into ranked, get your wood rank or whatever it's going to be, and call it a day. You can play in easy lobbies then. And until then, don't complain about it. So to wrap up this video, the two things that I think could kill XDefiant, aside from any issues it has right now: one, the fact that it's free to play. There could be a lot of cheaters. They need to stay up on the cheaters and make sure that people aren't just running around aimbotting and wall hacking and god mode and whatever. I know they have a lot of plans for adding more factions to this game. I've seen some leaks about Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six Siege. And Rainbow Six Siege is exactly what I'm looking at when I say this. So I have about 800-900 hours on Rainbow Six Siege. And the one thing I have to say about that game, as someone that played since year 2, there are too many operators. There's too many gadgets, too many operators. Like, ranked, only getting to ban a total of 4 operators, 2 attackers, 2 defenders, it's honestly not enough. There's just too much in that game to counter and to learn as a new player. And if they do that in XDefiant, I think it will turn away future players. So they need to try to keep the factions limited. I know they have a lot of freedom with how much they can add. I think the best route with the factions is add a couple more and then just do cosmetics for the factions, do cosmetic for the weapons, add more weapons, more cosmetics for more weapons. Looking at a game like Siege, too many factions in this game would turn players off and keep new players from joining. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. I'll see you next time, guys. Later.